So how do you manage presentation stress and anxiety? It happens to the best of us. We can prepare our scripts, our speech for days, weeks, or even months. But when it comes times to present in front of a crowd, it can be just a small group of people, it can be just two persons. You start to quiver, you start to feel nervous, butterflies in your stomach, your hands start to quiver, worse, your mind goes blank. So what can you do to overcome presentation stress and anxiety? Now today we're going to go through regular conventional methods as well as some unconventional and unique methods as well. Okay, so the first method, it all comes to us before we step in front of the audience. So what do you do before you step in front of a crowd to present? The best way is actually to prepare your speech, that is practice, that's one. And before you even come out of the curtains or face any audience to present, you should do some relaxation techniques to relax and calm your entire body and mind down. What can you do to relax? Number one is deep breathing exercises. You can do belly breathing, 4, 7, 8 breathing patterns. If you're not very familiar with belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, or 4, 7, 8 breathing patterns, there will be other videos that you can view on that. Another thing that you can do to help you to calm down and to relax is to visualize and imagine yourself giving the best presentation ever. So what can you do just before stepping out and facing your audience? Close your eyes and imagine yourself presenting your perfect speech, your perfect volume, with the perfect amount of humor, the perfect information, the perfect pronunciation, and you go out there and you follow up with what you have visualized. Now, some people feedback that maybe when they close their eyes, when they try to visualize, they don't see anything. Like one of my students mentioned to me that when he closes his eyes, he just sees black. So sometimes non-visual people, we just don't see anything, but we imagine it in our mind's eye. For example, if I were to ask you now, what is the color of your door? Or your hallway door, or your room door? So some of you might be closing your eyes, some of you, your eyes might be moving to the right or to the left to try to recollect. So you don't really see the picture, but in your mind, you are imagining that visual. So that itself is visualization or mental imagery. So you don't really have to see the picture, but you see it in your mind's eye. So that's one technique. And the other technique is deep breathing exercise. Third technique, practice. What other techniques can you do before you step up to face the audience? Another technique you can use is acupressure. So what you can do is you can stimulate the figure 7 point. Figure 7 point is a very easy point for you to calm down the body and to help you to relieve butterflies in the stomach, too much of nervousness. So what you do is that you can, I'm a right-handed person, so I use my right hand as the pressure stimulator and your weaker hand as a pressure point for starters. Later you can do the other hand to balance out the entire body. So you just press the web. The web area, W-E-B, is the area between your pointer and your thumb. So just press very lightly. I'm using my thumb and my pointer, my stronger hand, my master hand, and I just press just very lightly, firm rotation. So it's just like firm rotation. So this point is really very strong and powerful point that goes right into the gut and the nervous system. So if you were to do it, just do it lightly, and after about 3 to 5 minutes, you feel yourself calming down. So you can try this figure 7 point. What other ways can you overcome and manage your presentation stress and anxiety? Another way is just to take a sip of water just before you come out to present to calm down the body. That also distracts the mind about facing the audience. Another one technique that one of my students use is to have a picture of someone that inspires him. So what he has is, he has a photo of his father, and he looks at it before he goes out to do his presentation. So he tells me that that clears up any type of anxiety. Not only does it clear up anxiety and stress, it gives him added motivation. So it makes him feel proud and makes him feel powerful. So he knows that he's going out there to do something that will make his father proud. So you can have a photograph of someone that inspires you, a teacher, your parents, your guardian. That's another way. What's another way? Another way is to make sure that once you step out on the podium, get your first 3 sentences out straight away. So these 3 sentences, the first 3 sentences have to be out very, very naturally. So these 3 sentences has to be practiced way beforehand. When you go out there, say it out, and then you start to calm down, because the first 3 sentences have already been spoken out. Your body starts to feel a bit calmer. If you don't speak or have not spoken, when you look out at the audience, you might start to feel that nerves again because of the amount of people. It might not be just the amount of people, it might just be eyes on you. It might just be 2 persons. But just the fact of having 2 persons sitting and looking at you might make you feel nervous. So practice the first 3 sentences. Another good way to overcome nerves and anxiety in your presentation is to look at someone in the audience that has a little bit more of a friendly demeanor. So you walk out to the podium or to the stage or to the area that you're going to present, and you scan the room or the venue, and you notice someone that looks a bit friendlier. Maybe they have a smile on their face. Use that as an anchor to start your presentation. So that's the focus for the first 3 sentences. And once you start to feel a little bit calmer, then you start scanning the entire room, the other audience members. Now, it's important to note that once you start to feel comfortable having that anchor person, you want to make sure that you continue to scan the rest of them. You do not want to isolate the rest of them by just focusing on that one friendly participant. So you want to make sure that your eyes scan everyone. All right? What else can you do to overcome stress and anxiety in your presentation? When you're speaking, where do you place your hands? One very good way to place your hands is steeple position. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. Steeple position is a 2-pronged benefit. Number 1 is a confident gesture, and number 2, fingertip to fingertip is coming down the entire body. So if you press your fingertips to fingertip for about 3 to 5 minutes, you start to feel a calmness in the entire body, because the ends of our fingertips are nerve centers. So you can try that one out. So remember, try out all these techniques, practice them, find the best one that works for you, and go out there and do your best and make sure the audience remembers your speech, story, or presentation. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Drop me an email if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Thank you. Bye.